Regardless of who you are or where you are, you definitely sit a lot. And that's normal in today's world. Think about it. When you wake up, the first thing that you do is sit down and have a breakfast. Then you have to get into your car or a bus to sit to get to your workplace. And once you are there, you're probably going to sit for hours to do your job. And when you get back home, you will sit again to relax and watch something. You might not see anything wrong with that, but our bodies weren't built to sit all the time, but instead were built to move. That's why sitting is actually very unhealthy. I know that the idea that sitting can be harmful seems ridiculous at first thought, because sitting is our default posture when we work, study, socialize, or travel. However, studies after studies have proven that it's one of those things that are slowly killing you. When you sit down, your blood flow significantly slows down, and it creates pressure and makes it difficult for your heart to pump the blood. In fact, studies have shown that sitting more than 10 hours a day can lead you to develop heart diseases, diabetes, cancer, or even premature death. For instance, if you stand up and move every 15 minutes, you are going to live significantly longer than someone who would only move every half an hour. And he will live longer than someone who stands up and stretches every hour or so. Despite the benefits of exercising, which we covered in previous videos, it's far more important how often do you move different parts of your body. In fact, if you spend an hour every single day in the gym but then spend the rest of your day sitting, you are minimizing the benefits of that exercise. But that's just part of the problem, because your body doesn't burn fat as much as it does when you are moving around, so you're more likely to gain extra weight. But the main question is, how is that going to affect your brain? When you're sitting, you're slowing down your blood flow and limiting the amount of oxygen getting into your bloodstream, which eventually slows down your brain, because your brain needs both of them to function at its best. In other words, sitting down to focus on your work is a bad idea, which sounds pretty ridiculous. And we didn't even talk about the possible back problems, because when you're sitting, you're putting too much pressure on your spinal disc. It might not be dangerous in the short run, but over time, it can damage the disc and lead to serious back problems. So what should you do? Move. It's as simple as that. Your body requires movement to function properly. You don't have to run a marathon or spend 5 hours a day in the gym. Squatting, stretching, or merely walking is more than enough to keep you healthy. Start by stretching your legs, arms, and torso, then take a short walk and then finish it with a few squats. It depends on how often you want to do this, but make sure that you at least force yourself to move every half an hour. Honestly, I wasn't really aware of this myself. But after some research, I decided to experience that by myself before recommending it. I was working while standing most of the time for the last few days, and believe it or not, I realized that I started concentrating better and it was easier to focus on what I was doing. So I couldn't let this go without suggesting it to you. So if you have found this video helpful, make sure that you hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, then hit the subscribe button and the bell beside it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.